And it's live. Welcome back to episode 18. 18, Jesus Christ. I'm cautiously optimistic. Joined this evening by Griff and Socko, who have muted his mic for some reason. Lads, how you keep?
All good. Very good. Watching the Euros. Happy out. Delighted that Ireland aren't there. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. What about you, Socko?
Yeah, not bad.
I have a feeling that there might be a problem with Socko's delay or the Wi-Fi here tonight.
Yeah. What do you think of Vodafone, Socko?
Have better days.
Shock and carry on, but fair play to you for making the effort. Appreciate it. But lads, yeah, it's been a while. Last week we took a week off with the bank holiday. We said we earned that kind of Monday off, I suppose you could say. And the week before, I think, did we do it maybe an earlier show or something? So it's been a little bit of a weird couple of weeks just with everything going on, and the kind of summer kicking in as well. It's just been a bit of adjusting. But yeah, no, it's good to be back. Back on the show, and there's plenty to talk about with the LOI returning this week as well. Another late goal denying Bows all 3 points, which we'll get onto later on, but with a sickening blow for Griff. But yeah, we're going to jump into the prediction tables, all that good stuff. But we'll start off with a bit of Euros chat, bit topical. What have you made of the Euro so far, lads? It's been quite good so far, isn't
it? Yeah, really good. I think even with a 50% attendance or whatever, in some of the games, they're not even that in some of the games. It's still really good atmosphere. The quality of the game has been pretty good. Yeah, it's a bit sick that Ireland aren't in it. Obviously watching Slovakia tonight, Slovakia beating Poland, and they're Slovakia are not a great team, and obviously we should have beaten them on the night really in Bratislava. So it was a bit sick watching them get 3 points against a Poland team, which are pretty poor overall. But yeah, sure. No, it's been really entertaining overall. Yeah, been tuning in, watching all the matches. Lots of betting tips to come.
Betting tips is right. We might do a quick. If we don't have time, we'll have to do a quick betting tips for the Spain-Sweden game. We'll let you in on that if you have time. But Socko, what have you made the Euro so far, fella?
Yeah, looking at. Been enjoying it so far. Watched England there and watched the Slovakia Poland game there as well. Really enjoying a few good games, a few really good goals, and it's great to have the fans back as well. I suppose makes a huge bit of difference. You could hear them in Wembley the other day as well. Pretty fucking sick. Ireland aren't in it. I'm not gonna lie. I was watching Slovakia and saying, look, that should have been us. But no, looking forward to the next 2 weeks now. Hopefully, a good few games.
Absolutely, and just to think, because we were only talking in our group beforehand about the kind of Slovakia thing, and it's Slovakia obviously won their opening game just there, and we could have beat them. We really could have. Obviously, we were kind of talking about Conor Horahan's miss. Was that an extra time? I think it would have been a normal time. I can't remember, but it's an absolute sitter. I think Alan Brown had a good chance as well. Then, of course, losing on penalties. Always such a tough blow, and I feel like we would have probably beaten Northern Ireland as well. Obviously it's tough, it's impossible to say, but I feel like we would have had fancied our chances anyway. But yeah, it's a sick to think of. But yeah, well, it was obviously the main kind of story of the weekend, and it was a really, really hard watch on Saturday. I think it wasn't it? Denmark and Finland. Obviously, Christian Eriksen collapsed on the pitch. Really tough to watch. And there's plenty of talking points with this in terms of maybe the first thing we'll touch on is the TV coverage of it. I know, Griff, you were kind of vocal. You said, I think you tweeted something out as well about it and stuff, and it was really hard to watch, wasn't it? And it was horrible that I think they panned to his wife at one stage and stuff as well. It was horrible, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, I watched it live, and I watched it with my younger brother, he's 16. I remember he was about to go out, leaving out the door, and then we were just standing and watching it, and in shock for 20-25 minutes, and it just shocked me, that the camera went on for so long, and you could see it was zooming in him, and you could see him getting defibrillated and his body jumping and all, and it was I was watching him and I was like, this guy actually you could be witnessing someone dying here. He could literally be dead, and that was disturbing enough as I said in the tweet, I'm 22 years of age, it was disturbing enough to watch for me. If you have a kid, you're watching, Euros with a young child or whatever, and you have to see that, and the cameraman's trying to zoom in under their leg, like the Danish players come around and they're trying to zoom in under the leg so they can get a look at him. Like it's so immoral. Like they've got some privacy, and then panning to his wife who's crying. Like it was just dreadful. And then on the behalf of, like, I mean, the broadcasters, like the fucking BBC and like whoever, they were like, the BBC, because that's what I was watching it on. Were like, oh, listen, like, oh, we couldn't, like, this, they have the main, like the main broadcast and blah 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 blah. Like you can clearly cut back into the studio, like, you know, like you don't like you just clearly just cut back if they're zooming in them. So I think everyone was pretty culpable. But yeah, thank God, it looks like he's gonna like be okay, make a full recovery, and like fair play to the medics and stuff, like Anthony Taylor especially, and then like calling the medics over so quickly, and then Simon Kijier, who like obviously performed CPR, which is amazing. Like, so I think the response overall was brilliant by everyone involved. The Danish players can give themselves a lot of credit as well for surrounding him, trying to give him that privacy. Kasper Schmeichel as well, like he's just absolute leader, like like keeping his cool. Because I say, like, it was devastating. Like, I mean, if completely. If the same thing happened to an Irish player, like it's traumatizing is the only word. So
and it's like a friend as well. Like it's a teammate, it's a friend of yours. Like literally nearly dying on the pitch. Like it's so scary. Message from Christian Eriksen today, that was great to see that he did. Is a quote from him. He said, "Thanks for your support. I will not give up. I feel better, but I want to understand what happened to me. I want to say thank you to everyone for everything you have done for me." So that's seems like it's good news, and it seems like he is recovering well, which is so important. Soccer, what were your thoughts on the whole incident and kind of the TV coverage part of it as well?
Just my first thought was thank God he's okay. First of all, I think everyone's hearts were in their mouth for a little while when it wasn't clear. Like there was that picture of him with his eyes open coming off the field, but like you don't know, like anything can happen at that stage. You don't know how he is. You don't know what he's going to be like when he gets to the hospital. I saw some tweet actually. They were really, really near a top hospital, so he was straight in there, no doubt. But I thought Anthony Taylor in his first international game refereeing it was superb. Stopped the game straight away. It was quite clear what was happening on both sets of players, both sets of staff. Absolutely impeccable. Like there's no doubt some fellas in there saved his life. Like there's absolutely no doubt about that. Kind of interesting comments from not Kasper Schmeichel, Peter Schmeichel today. I don't know if you saw it. He said that some Danish players did not want to resume the match, and that they might have been put under a little bit of pressure from UEFA due to TV scheduling and the game scheduling to play that match, to finish it or forfeit it 3-0. I suppose that's another conversation, but I said to the lads during the week as it was happening, like I was pretty surprised they played the second half so quickly, but you'd like to think that they both agreed to it and they weren't put under any pressure. But I suppose we weren't inside that dressing room. We don't know for sure. But I suppose the most important thing is he's all right now, and it's pretty early to say like won't he play again. I think that's kind of irrelevant at the moment. Just
at the moment, definitely.
Hopefully he can make a full recovery. And I can't remember. Like I think we were all old enough to remember Fabrice Marc, I think in 2011 or 2012, but I can't think of something like this happening at a major tournament. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but like the second or third day of a major tournament, like absolutely insane. But yeah, thank God he's okay.
Yeah, it's so scary when it happens to like a young, fit athlete. If it happens to him, like it's just so scary that if it can happen to anyone, literally. Yeah. And there was, I think people are just sick, but there was rumors about, I think people trying to steer it in a certain direction for their own narrative, saying that like he had a COVID vaccine and trying to make that part of the narrative and stuff, and it was completely false. Like, so yeah, there's so many vicious rumors going around. And I saw another thing on TikTok, which is a dreadful platform, like, but it had like a million likes the video had, and there's a video of Christian Eriksen when he signed for Inter Milan, like waving from like a building. And they were trying to make it out as if that's him waving from like the hospital, like everything's okay, like, and a million likes on that, like, just some people are just absolutely sick, like,
stupid, just for likes, like,
literally, yeah, it's awful, like,
but yeah, no, I'll just like this quick point I'll make is the fact that it wasn't a major tournament, like I think even though you'd not wished on anyone, like it was actually a bit of a blessing because you had medics literally there within seconds, which I think the difference is, and I think which needs to be implemented. And I think like this is actually be a bit of a wake up call now. Like have defibrillators at grassroots games the whole way up, like the football pyramid, which would be so important really, because as you said, like it could happen to anyone. Like it can happen to him, who's like a super fit professional athlete in the prime of his career. It could happen. Like we play football like every Saturday, you know, and you've heard stories, like there's been one or two instances like kind of close to home like, a few years ago and stuff. I remember one like where stuff like that happens. And like you do, like I think that this kind of bit of wake up call is having like defibrillators, having someone at all times at the sideline trained in CPR, first aid, first response, which is real critical. So I think that a lot of FAs will, especially, I hope the FAI do like take this and take notice really. So
yeah, I saw someone say like all the money from the European Super League in England, this is England of course, all the money from that should go towards providing every grassroots club in the country with defibrillators and first aid equipment and stuff, which would be a great use of the money.
Yeah,
I'm not sure how accurate. Sorry, Saka?
Yeah, there's no reason why there shouldn't. Like, there's enough money to pay for a defibrillator in not only every football club, but every sports club. Because a lot of clubs in the country share kind of facilities. And it's worth, if you have 5 minutes just Googling, like, if you live in, say, like town, like where's your nearest defibrillator, it's always like really handy to know. Like we're in Malahide, and there was a good picture someone put up, a little map of like where all the defibrillators are in the village and around various sports clubs. So that's always a handy thing to know.
I'm not sure how accurate these stats are, but apparently if you go into a cardiac arrest without a defibrillator, you have a 7% chance of survival, whereas if a defibrillator on the patient is used within 3 minutes, the chances of survival is over 70%. So it just shows how much of a difference it really makes. So yeah, that's kind of more or less everything on that. But yeah, just hope he recovers well, and it looks like he is, which is the main thing. And as you said, it's not really, the conversation isn't about whether he gets back playing football or not. It's more about him just being okay for his family and everything. So yeah, best wishes to him. But yeah, we'll move on to how Ireland would have done at the Euros, lads. Probably not very well, considering going off current form, to be honest. But this is the kind of the group we would have been in. This is the group we would have been in, lads, right? Spain, Poland, Sweden, and ourselves. And looking at it, that's compared to some of the other groups, that's not bad. Yeah,
no, it's not bad, and especially looking at Slovakia today. Like, I mean, you thought that we'd have kind of a decent chance, seeing as how off the pace Poland were. Like, so I don't know. Yeah, going off current form, probably not. Like, we probably do pretty poor. Like, but I mean, Slovakia were in pretty poor form up until the Euros. Like, I mean, we should have beaten them. I think when you go into a major tournament as well, like it is different gravy. Like, I mean, because you have to, like, there's just that extra kind of aspect. You know, you're playing for your country on the biggest scale. Really, there is, like, so a lot of players kind of step up to the plate. Like, even like the goal scored by Slovakia tonight, was it the centre back skin rear, cracking goal. Like, but yeah, I mean, looking at Ireland's squad right now and stuff, like, I'll see you later, Saka. I don't know. I wouldn't be like too mad, especially we lose against Spain anyway, and then Sweden are a pretty decent side. But that said, like, there's the thing where if you get 4 points, you're basically guaranteed a spot because of third place. So I don't know. You never know, but seriously, hypothetical situation. Like,
seriously, yeah. I looked at it. So if we had have came as runners up there, we would have played against the runner up from England's group, which is looking like either probably Croatia or Czech Republic, probably. Mm-hmm. Then if we came third in the group, we would have played the winner of Group C, which would have been probably Netherlands. So realistically, you're probably going out in the round of 16 if we got through. But it's not like you're not playing any of the giants just yet. This is obviously going as Spain will probably win the group. But it's not. It wouldn't have been the worst side of the draw. And you could have got a decent run in. possibly. But yeah, it's all hypothetical, isn't it?
It's depressing, man. That's what it
It's
is.
depressing,
Like, I
is
mean,
it?
there's just even like, I mean, like I have English cousins and stuff, and like they're just going like out to the beer garden and just like getting hammered, like, and watching England, like, and it just
so
makes
good,
you
like,
sick, like, and it makes me even
Yeah.
sick that they have a good team. So they actually like they're gonna go far, so they're gonna have more
Yeah.
nights, which I feel like, you know, when Ireland gets to a tournament, it's such a novelty half the time, so you have to make the most of it. But with them, like, oh jeez, man, especially the English as well, like they're such they're such arrogant pricks half the time, like, so
yeah,
no, pretty annoying, man. But listen, Germany 2024, like, I think we'll have
That's
a decent chance. Decent chance.
So it's 2026 is the World Cup in America, Canada, and Mexico. You'd like to think for that one, a lot of our players will be ready to go. But 2024, possibly, we'll see.
That boy Troy,
Yeah, he'll be elite by then.
He's already elite, man. He scored 2 goals against Andorra. What are you saying?
That's
Like,
it. That first goal, listen.
there's a player.
But yeah, there is a player in there. 100%, there is a player in there. Won't have anything bad said about him now after that game. Just before we jump off the Euros, we'll just quickly do a few predictions. We probably would have done it last week before it started, but we might as well just do it now. Just before we move into the LOI chat. So if you had to pick a winner.
It's between France and Portugal anyway. Like, I know you're like leaning towards France. I think France, to be fair, is a safer option. Just their squad depth's absolutely insane. Like, I mean, they've got so many decent players. Like, even looking at the squad which they didn't bring, like, they've got an unbelievable squad depth. But I'm gonna go Portugal. I just think a bit of an outside shot. They won in 2016, obviously, and then I like to see Ronaldo to win it as well. Like, even though he's a bit of a cocky arsehole, I do love him. Such a good player, like, so.
Oh yeah.
I like to see Portugal win.
He's a beast. Socko, if you had to pick a Euro 2021 winner, who would you go for?
Buffering, like.
Fuck's sake.
Questions on the screen there.
Sorry, lad. Yeah, do you want to say that again?
The questions on the screen, so if you can't hear us, but Euro 2021, if you had to pick a winner for it to win the whole thing.
I might go for France. I don't know.
Yeah.
You can kind of see, like, I think England might have one of the most talented squads, but they just, you can see them kind of going the full distance come the semi-final, or even if they make the final. Like, I think France and the likes of Belgium, Germany as well, Spain, of course, have that much more like better experience come the semi-final or the final stage. I might have gone for England maybe, but my money's on France. I'd say I think they just have the best well-rounded squad in the tournament, I'd say.
Yeah,
and of course, I think if France win the Euros, Kante wins the Ballon d'Or. Obviously, which I'd love to see. So yeah, I'd say more money's on France now.
Yeah. Top goal scorer?
Lukaku, I'd say. I said it to be fair, because we have a bet on, so I'm gonna say Lukaku. But I said it before the tournament, so did you. Like, I think he's just like every single major tournament, he always turns up. He's a goal scorer. He got so much hate for United, like. But he's just such a baller. Like, he's such a good finisher. Like, he always turns up, and obviously 2 goals on the scoreboard already. So yeah, I'd say Romelu.
It's the easy group as well. Like, who he has to play Finland now, Denmark, I think, isn't it? I think so. It's not an awful. It's an easy enough group. Like,
yeah,
you can see him scoring.
He'll score a few against Finland. You say, like, I mean, and Denmark obviously a bit shaken after what's happened. So I don't really see them doing much, unfortunately. So yeah.
Soccer.
Yeah, I'd probably go for Lukaku as well. Like, he'll always get your goal. Like, he's such a good striker. I think like strikers like him are a bit of a rarity nowadays, where like there's a lot more teams internationally and nationally playing like passing football, where there's not so many like out and out strikers anymore, but you know, all he needs is a half a yard and the other night, and you can definitely see him making like the semi-finals. I don't think that's too far of a shout to say. So like, if he racks up a good few goals in the group stages, like, God knows what'll happen. So like, maybe allowing maybe Lewandowski, maybe like Mbappe.
People were saying Kane and
I
stuff,
just
but
think
yeah.
Lukaku has it, to be honest.
Yeah, I think so. And then finally, let's
Kane,
play.
he was really poor there the other night. A lot of people were saying that as well, but Lukaku offers.
He's gonna hear that.
Lukaku
Sorry, Soccer. It's just a tiny delay. It's just funny.
frozen there. Sorry.
Oh my god! Like the delay is so bad. Like, sorry.
Try to turn real quick. Who are you saying?
Sorry to make me guess myself. Player tournament. I have a bet on Pogba to win player tournament. Just because I always feel he turns up for France. I think he'd be an outside show. Obviously, you look at like Mbappe, Kante maybe if Kante shows up, like KDB maybe, Lukaku even. I don't know. Like, and then for Portugal, you probably look at Bruno and Ronaldo. Those two, but Ruben Diaz as well. That's a good point. Yeah, Diaz. If they don't, if they go like to the final and stuff, you could look at them. But I'll say Pogba. Just I feel like if France do well, he's usually pretty instrumental. He gets more of a free reign kind of role in that France team. He always seems to do well. Like he was fantastic in the World Cup for them. So I'll say Pogba.
Soccer, you going Kante?
No, Mason Mount. No, Kante. I'd love to see Mason get it. But I'd say Kante. The only
I would be far away, actually.
Even though like in France
this is disaster. Like
if he like he'll always give.
Lovely, yeah. I'd agree. Yeah. I think I'd go and go Kante as well. Yeah, I think I'd go and go Kante. Just before I jump into the LOI chat, I'm just going to have a quick look at the comments he's got. He's just,
he goes.
Darrell O'Connor says, game was there for taking for us versus Slovakia. As hard as it is not being there this year, I doubt we'd have done as well as 2016. Future's promising though. Trust the process. Trust Kenny. Lenny says, shocking to see about Ericsson. Felt sick watching it. Daniel says, people wondering if it was player welfare about him playing 66 games in a year. Hope he gets well soon. I don't know if he actually played that much. 66, Jesus. I don't think I get into it that now, but can you Griff, this is for you.
No.
Cormac says, can relate, Griff. I'm a kid in England supporting Ireland and getting absolutely slaughtered by people in school.
Jesus, I don't think that's going to change anytime soon as well, to be honest with you. Good luck. Oh my god.
Much like Phil Foden, Griff got the new trim in time for the Euros.
Yeah, absolutely. Shocking looking trim at the moment. Like, yeah, my little brother did it for me, and you can tell like it's not sitting well, but yeah, gonna get it sorted.
All right, looking good. How are things, Craig? Hope you're keeping well. And Nuno Mensch for player of the tournament.
Nuno Mensch.
Have you seen that video?
But I feel so he's putting it on so much. Like, so I feel God. I'm Portuguese. I know. Shut up. Like.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Before you jump into the LOI chat, guys, if you can drop a quick like on the stream, it would be much appreciated, and please do subscribe if you haven't done so already. Looking to hit 2,650 on stream, which would be fantastic. You can also drop a super chat, just a small donation to the channel. You can leave a comment on anything that's going on in the international scene, in the League of Ireland, anything like that. You can drop it, or even like drop stickers, anything you really want. So, or questions just generally. So yeah, if you want, you can do that as well, just to show us some support. But the main thing is drop a like and subscribe. It's greatly appreciated. But yeah, jumping into the LOI chat, and it gives me great pleasure to talk about a last minute winner at Brandywell, as Derry City drew 1-1 with Bohemians. Ali Coots opened the scoring in the 84th minute. It was a great goal from outside the box, buried it bottom corner before Mark Walsh. Scrappy goal, poor defending from Bows in the 92nd minute, and Derry escaped with a point. Griff, tossed. Seems to be happening a lot, doesn't it?
It
Stuff
happened.
like this.
It's happened so many times this year where like we've been in position and just completely bottled it. Like I think it's like Jesus, maybe the fourth time this year. Like it's just been repetitive. Like we should be up up in like the top three really easily at this point because even if you look at Dundalk or anywhere near they should be like we should be really capitalising on that and trying to break into that maybe even challenging for title. Like you see Sligo Rovers at the moment like flying. So if we didn't have those like three or four games that like we conceded so many late goals. Like them, it's just I don't know what it is, man. Because they've been playing well. Like the goal was very good. Ali Coo, that's a positive. He's been very very good for us this season. He's a very good player. But it just seems I don't know if the mentality's there. It just seems like because I don't know, man. You see in some teams like at the start of the season, if they have one of those games, it kind of creeps into their mentality, and you can see it happen like numerous occasions because they just like when it gets to the latter stages of the game, they just kind of crumble. Like, and it just seems like at the moment, it's just like that. Like so. I don't know, man. It's just annoying, really. Like fair play to Derry, like keeping at it, like but like it was really, really, really poor from Bowes, and it's just too repetitive, really. Like from winning positions where you should like lock up the game. It's a pretty poor Derry side as well. Like and then that happens. So pretty frustrating overall.
Definitely disappointing. Soccer, what are your thoughts on that result? If you can hear us.
Yeah, another. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah. Oh my god. The delay on this, man, is like
we can hear you, yeah. Speak.
Oh my god, say something like Jesus. Oh my god, like
say something.
Say something, it's a video.
Listen, we'll move on to Dundalk, who suffered defeat against Waterford. Because now Soccer will want to talk about this if you can. Pat Hoban opened the scoring for Dundalk in this one, scoring a penalty in the 31st minute. John Martin scored for Waterford twice in the 44th and the 75th. Shane Griffin scored in the 62nd minute, and it was an easy win for Mark Burkham's side. Obviously, Dave, after getting new ownership as well, and the new owner has been very vocal in his support for Mark Burkham. He's come out and said that he is backing him. He's impressed him since he's joined Waterford, and there's real togetherness and great buzz around the club, and he's confident that the results will turn as well. And he said that he will increase investment into the club and so into the youth facilities and stuff as well. So it seems positive from on the Waterford front, and it's a great result to kind of. It seems like it's a great result for them. New ownership, new manager, great result. It's a good kind of kickstart their season. Now it's a good base. Yeah,
exactly. I don't know, man. It was like fair play to him as well. Fair play to Mark Burcham. Like, he seems like he's getting the best out of his players. Like we said it before when he came, like just based on his personality, like you could see like players, like especially younger players, like wanting to play for him. He's kind of got like an outgoing, like bit of a Jack the Lad personality, and you can just see like young players getting on board with that. Like he's got international experience as well. Like I think you know, getting the new owners, like a massive step, because I don't know what was going on with the old owners, like some of the decisions, even with the sending it to under 19s and the forfeiting, and then just like the management appointment with Kevin Sheedy, which was really, really bad. Like I think it was best for all parties to kind of, you know, part ways. I think Waterford, you know, they're a big enough club, especially like in the League of Ireland terms, they're a big enough club. Like, so you wouldn't really want to see them go back down to first division, because they did, like when they got promoted after like a few years ago, they've been a pretty solid team in the League of Ireland. Like the transfers that left this season, like you kind of see like the management or the ownership maybe kind of looking to pass the torch on, really kind of losing a bit of interest. So
there's no ambition with the transfers, like letting those players leave. Great players there. Like.
Should have let Tyreek Wilson, Ali Coote and stuff go. Like even Jordan Gibson now. Like do you know? So what was Jordan Gibson as Pats actually? Was he? He was a Pats.
Sam Bone and stuff like that as well. A couple of players like.
Yeah, Maddie Smith. That's who I'm thinking of. Maddie Smith.
Sorry, yes.
But yeah, like so I think overall definitely the best move for them. I didn't actually see the game itself, but yeah, great result. And yeah, not great result for Dundalk, but you know, is what it is.
Soccer, we'll come to you. I hope you can hear us on this, but come to you on Dundalk. It looks like Jim McGilton will stay on for the season. I think Dave Rogers might be coming in as assistant. I'm not sure if he has already or not, but looks like he's joining the coaching staff. Chris Shields is set to sign for Linfield, apparently. It's just an absolute mess. They're 8th in the league. I think they're 8 points ahead of 9th now. So there's still a good gap there between them and Waterford, but is there any chance Dundalk possibly be dragged into a bit of a relegation scrap here if they lose a couple of their players? And it seems like they're on the floor, really, doesn't it? Hope you can hear me.
Yeah, definitely. Like, we're halfway through the season now, and I don't think it's too much of a stretch to see Dundalk in a little bit of a relegation scrap, like halfway through the season. Like, I don't know what's going on there. Like, there's so much fan discontent. The dressing room seems to be in bits, going off what Jim McGilton is saying. Like, after the Bows game, his words were, "The place needs a ridden." If your performance reflects the fucking dark place, that's exactly what he said. Like I don't know how I recall that. Apparently, they've taken in loads and loads of CVs, but it's still a few months now without a manager. No clear plan in the club. Not much. The sound not really like saying anything at all about the situation. Or even like a little statement to say we're still looking, we're actively considering. There's been kind of nothing. There's been talk of Vinnie Perth. We're not sure how that's going to go. Shane Keegan came out a few weeks ago and said, I didn't even want like a job in this place.
It's getting push back.
Beating Rovers. Matthew McDonald.
Oh, this is words pop up. Rovers. Dundalk.
Thank you. We cut most of that. We cut most of that, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, absolute mess at Dundalk. Absolute mess. But yeah, moving on to, you mentioned Rovers there, moving on to them, they dropped more points. They drew at home against Finn Harps. Aaron Green opened the scoring after 8 minutes, and it looked like it was going to be, they're going to step on from there and pick up a vital 3 points. But Adam Foley, with his 7th goal of the season in the 55th minute, equalised for Finn Harps, and that's a massive point, a great point for Finn Harps, but it's definitely 2 points drop for Rovers, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. You would have expected Rovers to win that. Like, she's fair play to the way Ollie Horgan sets up his team. Like, he always just seems to, get results. Adam Foley's been a bit of a revelation this season, been really, really solid for them. Obviously, as you said, 7 goals, really important goals as well. Like, so yeah, massive. But I don't know. Like we said at the start of the season, we were like, oh yeah, just give the title to Rovers already. But they've dropped like numerous points in important places. And at the start of the season as well, when they were getting wins from everywhere, like even to be fair, they still were like a few weeks ago. They're still getting games where they're winning like 95th minute, 96th minute, whatever. Like, but you are thinking like there's definitely times where it's catching up to them. Like, because you see Sligo have been the best team, the most consistent team really in the league, and that's reflected in the league table. Where Shamrock Rovers, like, there's been games they played really, really poorly, and they managed to get a few like 3 points out of nothing really. Like, so yeah, I think overall, really good result for Finn Harps, but I don't know. I think it might have to be a bit of a review at Shamrock Rovers, like not saying like with Stephen Bradley or anything, but like are they really getting everything that that they really should be getting? Like you should be beating Finn Harps at home comfortably. Like with that squad, there's no doubt. Like squad depth, like they got Richie Towell on the way and stuff as well. Like but yeah, it's going to be interesting. Like second half of the season, like our next few games even is going to be interesting. See if Sligo drop off. And if Rovers keep dropping points, really. So, going to be interesting.
Yeah. Soccer. St. Pat's went to Longford, 1-3-1. Great result for them. Robbie Benson scored to open the scoring in the 41st minute. Aaron Dobbs pulled one back for Longford to equalise in the 48th. Matty Smith put St. Pat's back in front in the 63rd minute before Ronan Coughlin sealed all 3 points for St. Pat's in the 81st minute. But Shamrock Rovers and Sligo both dropping points this weekend. It really puts Pat's back in the title race, doesn't it? As they're never out of it, but I'm just saying it's a great weekend for them.
Yeah, definitely. Like we always say, the swing that 1 or 2 games can make is unreal. Like a little while ago, Rovers seemed to be running away with it, and they kind of dropped a game or 2 here and there. Sligo Rovers caught up on them, and kind of Pats had 1 or 2 AF results as well, but kind of the last little while seemed to be kind of steadying the ship a little bit. Kind of speaking towards the title race. Longford, like kind of, they have come out the wrong side of a few single goal results this year. I think like they haven't been playing bad football. They just haven't been getting the results at the end of the day. But super win for Pats, just kind of keeping their noses ahead of like the teams in like 4th and 5th place. I think Drogheda are in 4th. I can't remember who's in 5th. And I think Sligo Rovers can go 3 points ahead of Shamrock Rovers if they win on Friday. And if Pats pick up another few results, like they could leapfrog Shamrock Rovers. That happening anytime I've been at this year. Benson up top as well, Quillen. So up to have for you.
Got the majority of it, to be fair.
He hasn't there for a good while.
Yeah, honestly, that was the longest he's been on all night. Like, just dropped off. Like, turn off the camera.
See how they're going.
Turn off your camera, Soccer might be better actually, if you can. The connection might be better.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, speaking of Sligo, they lost 2-1 at home to Drogheda, so they really did fail to capitalise on Rovers slipping up at the top of the table. But Drogheda in their own right are in very, very good form. Only 6 points at the top of the table, 3 points off St. Pat's. That's unbelievable for a newly promoted side. Tim Clancy doing a hell of a job there. Just talks of, if I think someone was saying on Twitter, like if Dundalk were being run properly, that's the man they'd go to as manager. Like they'd go to get Tim Clancy from Drogheda. Chris Lyons up in the scoring in the 9th minute and doubled their lead as well. Chris Lyons in the 60th minute, putting them 2-0 up. Shane Blaney got a consolation in the 98th minute for Sligo. But yeah, Drogheda absolutely flying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and do you think as well, like that's 3 points dropped for Sligo? Like I could have capitalised on, Rovers drawn with or Shamrock Rovers drawn with Finn Harps. Like you did think like that's a massive opportunity lost really. But yeah, Drogheda really, really good season for them so far. It surprised me. I think obviously I thought they'd be good enough to stay up, but so far this season, like they're up and around the top half, which is like absolutely brilliant for them, and it's kind of credits how well Tim Clancy's running the team. So yeah, fair play to them.
Absolutely. Let's look at the prediction table, lads. I'm out in front. I got picked up 2 points, so I'm on 42. Liam's picked up 2 points as well, so he's on 39. Tig the same, 2 points as well. Socko and Griff only picked up the 1 point. Both of them pick up the 1 point, so they shift up, but stay in the same position. So it's all to play for going into game week 16. But yeah, not a great week from anyone, to be honest. 2 being the max, and 1. It was a couple of surprise results, like Rovers not winning, Dundalk losing to Waterford. I think where Griff and Stock went for Bows to win, and you're actually very, very close to that one. So it could have easily been the other way around with 2 U's picking up 2 from Mark Walsh's goal. So that's what got us to 2 points. So it was tight one. That was a very, very tight one now. But moving into our predictions, lads, Bohemians play host to Drogheda, which is going to be a fantastic game. Really, really looking forward to that. Tig's gone for a home win. Ross, myself, and Liam have gone for a draw here. What are the pair of you thinking?
I'm going to go for a home win as well. I don't know, man. I'm not going to go against Bows at home against a team which I think Bows probably have a better squad on paper. Obviously, yeah, as I just said, like Tim Clancy doing a really, really good job at Drogheda. But yeah, I just feel like I said this so many times. I feel like, listen, after we concede a 96-minute equaliser, that I feel like we're going to go against the back, like go and like win this one, and I keep saying it, and it never happens. But yeah, I'm gonna say a home win. Yeah, Bohs win.
Sligo?
Might be waiting a while here.
I don't know if you can hear me at all. I'll probably go for a draw. Bohemians kind of have been really iffy in the last few games. They obviously conceding so many last-minute goals. Drogheda have been absolutely flying. I think Bohs are always liable to conceding a goal. Like they've no problems up top, but it's kind of defensively where I'd worry about them.
So draw.
Yeah, a fair draw. Yeah, fair result. Fair result, I think, as well. Next up, we have Dundalk playing host to Longford Town. Bit of a relegation battle, you can put it. 8th playing against 10th. Part of me wants to go for like a draw here, but I have just about, because surely Dundalk have enough quality. There's a 2-2 draw in Longford. I think I'm going to go for a home win. Liam and Tig have agreed with me so far. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I'm going to go for a home win as well. I don't know. I just feel like, I just said they probably have enough quality, but that's it. I mean, they're shocking on a weekend. So I'll say a home win. I'm not going to go against them. I still have that kind of like, I was pretty sure I put them first to, win the league. So like, I mean, that's going really well, really well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll say a home win.
Soccer lad. Lovely. Lovely stuff. Well, imagine he said, I reckon he's going to go for a home. It seems most likely. This is possibly the game of the weekend, actually. St. Pat's playing host to Sligo Rovers. That's second against third. Cracking fixture in store at Richmond Park. I believe Soccer's going to it. One of us might be going to it as well. What are you thinking for that one, Griff?
I don't know. I want to hear what the lad said first.
Well, me, Liam, and Tig have all gone for different things there. I went for a home win, Liam went for a draw, and Tig went for an away win.
Jesus.
That's probably not very helpful.
Oh, I don't know, man. It's going to be a good game. I think obviously Sligo losing on the weekend kind of throws things into a bit of a... Oh, I don't know. I'm going to go for a home win. I'm going to go for Pat's win. I was actually leaning towards that at the start anyway. But I just think Pat's been really, really good all season. And then Sligo obviously losing on the weekend, kind of be very, very disappointed. But I don't know, they could bounce back from that. But I think a draw would have been a safe option. But I need to get the points up here, so I'm going to go for Pats.
Yeah, you need to take a risk. Next up, we have in-form and maybe rejuvenated Waterford playing host to an out-of-sorts Shamrock Rovers side. Can you see Waterford get anything from this?
I could see them getting something from it. I don't think they will, but I'm gonna say Rovers win again. Like I think they just have enough quality about them. I think they'll be disappointed after coming off that 1-1 draw. Steve Bradley want to get 3 points back on the board, get them back to winning ways. I think Waterford, even though they kind of have that new manager bounce, like new kind of owner, kind of the club is definitely being rejuvenated, no doubt about it. But in terms of qualities, there's if you look at the players on the pitch, it's acres difference really. I think you'd be hard pressed to bet against Shamrock Rovers. That said, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Waterford got a point out of this. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I think everyone else has gone for an away win, but I'm a bit sceptical with that one. I could see Waterford pulling a shock out a little bit there, but I think just a safe shout is the away win. And finally, we have Harps playing host to Derry City. This is a tricky one to call as well. You could really see this one going anyway. I went straight down the middle. I went for a draw. Tig went for a draw as well. Liam went for a home win.
I don't know, man. It's a tough one. You
could actually, you wouldn't be surprised to see it go whichever way. Really.
I don't know. I might be in the same boat as you and just go for the draw, play it safe. There's not too. Well, I'd say Harps obviously been overall the better team this season, but in terms of quality, they're not overly, not hugely different. So yeah, I don't know. I'd say a draw, safe result.
Yeah, fact. We'll finish off. So that's the games predicted. We'll just finish off on just having a quick look at because I think it's tomorrow and Wednesday. They're doing the draw for the Champions League and the Conference League. So we'll just have a quick look at the possible teams that clubs could face. Starting off with Shamrock Rovers, who of course take who could take on these clubs in the Champions League. Obviously, going to be tough opponents. The 4 possible opponents they could face are Malmo from Sweden, Legia Warsaw in Poland, Slovan Bratislava in Slovakia, and Lincoln Red Imps in Gibraltar. I think it'd be Lincoln Red Imps would be the one you'd want there, isn't it, really?
Yeah, out of all the teams, definitely. Like, I mean, you're looking at the other ones. Malmo are a decent side. Same with Warsaw, Slovan Bratislava as well. Sure, like they had some players in the Slovakian team. Like, I think Vladimir Weiss was on the bench and he plays for Slovan Bratislava. Like, he's like international player. So, yeah, out of all the teams, definitely Lincoln. So, hopefully you get them.
Yeah. The other ones, who would you, if I had to pick one from the other 3, maybe would it be a Warsaw? It's tough, isn't it? Like,
you probably go for Bratislava. Bratislava. I don't know enough, to be honest with you. I know Arsenal obviously played Malmo. Malmo aren't, like, in terms of, like, you know, European football, not a bad side. So, yeah, I think one of the Polish team or Slovakian team I'll go for. But I really don't know enough. Like,
the Gibraltar team is the one you want there.
Yeah, exactly. 100%.
Absolutely. Moving on to Bohemians, then they could face either Starjan, the new Saints, Gazura United, or Europa FC. None of them strike fear into you now, I wouldn't say. Obviously, as a Bohs fan yourself, is there anyone that you'd probably want? I'd probably like to avoid the Icelandic side, to be honest.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, because, like, I mean, Iceland have probably the strongest league, well, definitely the strongest league out of any of them, really. Like,
is that Malta? Is it
Malta? Yeah, and then Gibraltar. Yeah. So I don't know, like you take anyone but the Icelandic team, to be honest with you. But I think, listen, like, you give any of them a run. So 100. Yeah, I think out of all of them, it's kind of like it's a lottery, really. But I think Bohs we have a very good chance, I think, out of all those teams. So
no, definitely fancy your chances, and in terms of you actually have a bit of squad depth this season. I feel in midfield and stuff, there is options off the bench. Keith Ward's been on the bench recently, and there's a lot of, even Bashan Harry hasn't even got a look in, so maybe he gets to run out in a couple of these games and stuff. And I feel like he's good in European matches as well. He has that bit of kind of culture to his game, if you want to say that. You get me?
I guess.
Moving on to Dundalk. I can't believe Dundalk. I was actually thinking of the team that would be in this. I can't even believe Dundalk are taking part in Europe this season. But their draw, they could face FC Struga, Racing FC United, Letzeburg, Mosta FC, Newtown AFC, FC Honka Espoo.
Well done. Nice one.
Nice one, yeah. Out of those, so that's Macedonia, Luxembourg. You don't want to play Luxembourg team, trust me. Malta, Wales, and Finland. You probably want to dodge Finland, Luxembourg, maybe.
Oh Jesus, man! I actually haven't a breeze. Like, tell me about the ins and outs of the Macedonian Premier League. Like,
Newtown AFC. Who's their standout player? Lee Trundle.
Lee Trundle, what a player. The 2 teams that you're probably looking at would probably be the Malta team and then Newtown, like some Mosta and Newtown. But honestly, man, I haven't a fucking breeze. Like, honestly, like, yeah. I mean, I don't know. The thing is, as well with Dundalk, if they have a good run at Europe, like, it does change their whole season. Like, even though they're having like a shocker at home, like, if they manage to actually flag their way into the Conference League, it'd be pretty impressive. Like,
it goes into like a group stage format, doesn't it? I think,
yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
Yeah. The same. Stjarnan, lads, is how it's pronounced. Rovers played them in 2017. What were they like? Do you have any recollection of what they were like? Let us know in the comments there. But yeah, the final team then is Sligo Rovers, of course, taking part in Europe this season, and there are 4 possible opponents. But there's a lot of Welsh sides in here, actually. Ballatown FC, KI Klaksvik, who of course Dundalk played last season and beat in the qualifying round for the group stage of the Europa League. WKS Slasvik Rukla, FH Half. I'm not even going to try.
Hafnarfjordur.
So is that says Faroe Islands, Wales, Israel, Poland?
Poland, yeah, well done.
You want to avoid the Polish side anyway. Added the 4 of them.
Yeah, and the Icelandic team as well, maybe. Like the other, I'd say Icelandic maybe, but actually, no. Do you know what? They probably have a good, decent enough go against Iceland the way they're playing right now. Yeah. But Ballatown would be, or the Fair, like KI would be pretty decent. So
because the Iceland national team isn't bad, isn't it? Not like they actually are all right. Like, so I'd say a lot of these players do, their panel would play for the Icelandic sides as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah. those are the four teams that Sligo Rovers could play in the Conference League, and you'd be very confident against most of the sides you could come up against. It's obviously Shamrock Rovers is the main one where you want to avoid. You want to get Lincoln Red Imps would be the one there, but yeah, do let us know how you think your side will get on in their respective European campaigns this season. You're obviously confident, Griff, for both. Excited?
I'm confident enough. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it as well because I think that European football obviously it breaks down the domestic league quite well. It's nice as well. European football in the summer is always pretty cool. Like so, looking forward to it. I hope like even getting past the first round is a bit of a buzz. Like I'm not expecting too much. It's still a very young side, so listen, whatever happens. Just hopefully we give a good account of ourselves. So.
That's it, guys. Do really appreciate y'all tuning in. We're gonna head off now. Obviously, Spain playing Sweden, so hope you do enjoy the game if you're tuning in for that. And please do drop a like on the stream, and if you're watching it back, whatever, please do drop a like, subscribe if you haven't done so already. We're on the road to 2,650. It's greatly appreciated if you can help us out with that. So yeah, do appreciate it, guys. Back next week, either 7 or 8 next Monday. So tune in then as well. Appreciate you tuning in, guys. Catch you in a bit.